What's up, guys? Back with more Dark Souls 3 here in Firelink Shrine. We're gonna spend all those souls we just earned running around the undead settlement.
Welcome home, speak that. Very well, then touch the dust. Take nourishment from...
So I'm pretty happy with my 2020 Vigor Endurance, so at this point I'm gonna actually start putting points into Dex and Strength, but Dex here for sure because I'm gonna want to use a weapon that'll probably have a decent Dex requirement. 15 will get us close.
Ashen one.
She doesn't.
Ashen. Farewell, I made the...
So she doesn't have anything new to say, but as you progress the story and do different things, these NPCs in here will have different dialogue, so you want to be checking in on them as you come back, especially after you, I believe every time you defeat a Lord of Cinder. So that's not a boss necessarily, but it's a Lord of Cinder boss, one of the guys who goes into Throne, right? Abyss Watchers, Aldrich, etc. They definitely will even change location or change their attitude toward you, or change their dialogue. Well, this guy's here now. Okay, I was gonna say, so this guy has appeared.
Unkindled, are we? And fast on the trail of the Lords absconded? Then these red eyes are for you.
So he gives you the cracked red eye orbs. These allow you to invade other people's worlds.
Use them to pillage embers and briefly heighten your strength for your duty. What else are unkindled ashes good for?
So you enter other people's world, kill them, and then get embers.
Pillage embers for briefly heightens what else are unkindled.
Right, we'll talk to our boy Hawkwood down here again. I think he's got a dialogue regarding Aldrich.
At the foot of Lothric Castle, an old path still runs below the tower in the undead settlement. It was used to transport sacrifices to the Cathedral of the Deep. You should see where it leads, if you've the stones for it. At the foot of it was if...
So unfortunately, I think we actually missed his Aldrich dialogue. He basically gives you props for continuing on in your journey and says, "Oh, you're still going, haven't given up yet." And then he says, "But what do you really know about these Lords of Cinder? Let's take Aldrich for one." And he talks about how he was a right and proper cleric, but he developed a habit for devouring men, so they stuck him in the Cathedral of the Deep, and he devoured so many men he bloated like a drowned pig or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he says. I don't know. We'll check these guys and see if they have anything to say.
I'll have Ashen One bring me with... Is it not?
Nope, not her.
Ah, 'tis good, wasn't he?
These are Estus shard. No more shards. So now we've got 7 available, and they are +1. Don't think we need to repair anything. Talk to
There
him.
are 2 ways to smith weapons. Simple reinforcement is one, and infusion the other. Reinforcement is straightforward. It strengthens a weapon without altering its property. Infusion is a more advanced form of smithing that infuses an element. Reinforcement requires titanite, and infusion requires gems. Bring the stones, and I'll do the smithing. It's my purpose, after all. In battle, your weapons are your only friends. Forge them well, and they won't let you down.
Nice, I got a gesture. So I'm pretty sure he's like the only NPC whose mouth moves when he talks in the whole game.
Ah, another matter. Infusing weapons with gems requires a special kind of coal. My humble coals won't be any use infusing more unusual gems. I know, it's an awful shame, but it's all I have. Oh, please don't give me that look. Believe it or not, I'm quite thin-skinned.
So,
Prithee, be careful. I don't want to.
don't want to see your work squandered. Yeah, we know. Grey Rat, what's up, bro? Why you laying there?
Heavens, she was already dead.
Curl up gesture.
Heavens.
She's not doing much else for us right now. Talk to the Pyromancer.
Ah, there I am pleased.
More gestures. We can reinforce our flame there, basically leveling it up. And I think down here, yeah, so here is Irina, who we rescued out of the sewers, who sells miracles.
Oh, Champion of Ash. Welcome back. I was not meant to be a firekeeper, but I am honored to serve you beside the bonfire. The gods are ever merciful. My gratitude lies with them and with you. I am yours now. Your wish is my command.
So we can learn miracles from her. Homeward basically does what Homeward Bone does, except unlimited, well not unlimited, but based on your FP usage rather than using an item. Cure ailments on yourself, gradually restore HP, heal yourself and your allies.
You know, in my home of Karim, I was a nun. I would be pleased to share the tales of miracles with you. Although, to be honest, I only know a few. But if I had a divine tome, I could tell you many tales and more. Oh, only I cannot see. Terribly sorry, but you'll have to find me a divine tome in Braille. Have a pleasant journey. I pray for your safety.
Right, and we will encounter Braille Tome. So now that that stuff's done, I believe we can come and talk to Yol. See over here? Yeah.
Oh, then shall we begin? Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
So see, now he'll give you free levels. So we can go to 16 dex. And he'll give us one for now.
As I have said, I'm weeping that those be safe, champion.
So we get one free level there. He's going to give you 5, I believe, total by the end. And we could look here, see what... It's 18 dex for the Lothric Night Sword, which is nice. I wouldn't mind using that. 18 also for the... Oh, it's the same sword, pardon me. We can use the Uchi Katana, which is interesting. I've never really wielded it. So this is the parry, using the weapon art, and the other weapon art is simply that attack. And it also causes bleed damage, so yeah, that's not bad. I don't know, I don't think we have enough to level up again here.
Welcome, host. Very well. Then touch taken.
No, so 6,200 to level up further.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
But what we can do is upgrade a weapon here. Spend those souls.
Ah, well, 'tis good, wasn't he?
So we can reinforce our weapon. Whichever one we want at this point. Trying to decide though, I'm not really sure. Part of me wouldn't mind using the Lucerne here, or the red hilted halberd. Or the Uchi katana. We'll scale further off decks. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. +1, +2, and then we're 1 Titanite shard short of being able to go up to +3, so we'll just leave that as it is for now.
Be careful.
And we're gonna take this thing and we're gonna go fight Curse Rotted Greatwood with it. And get some souls. Dilapidated bridge, cliff underside. I'm trying to remember. Never actually used katanas or a dex build. To be honest with you, I've only ever used strength-based weapons. My main, I guess you'd call it, the one that I first ran through the entire game with, including the Ring City, was a Strength Faith build, which was actually very potent build. So, as you can see, now those don't affect me. He's just gonna shoot these dudes. Let him. Oh, I'm fat rolling. Why am I fat rolling? I guess the Uchi katana might weigh more? There we go. Get some, bro. Oh, oops. Going up here. Aggro the red eye, dude. See who follows me up here. Nobody, it looks like. So now I'm curious. I'm at 71.1%. 5.5 versus 3. That's exactly what it is. So the Uchi katana weighs enough that and I never did show you this. This is what we picked up off the Mimic, the symbol of avarice. So if we equip that, as you can see, it's draining my health as you wear it, but it's a pretty funny piece of equipment. So whatever, put the worker hat on just cause. And now that will allow us, as you can see, we're under that 70% equip load, so we can properly roll. Let's heal back up here. I could Ember, so this is the boss. That tree on the left is going to come alive when we get close enough. Technically, I guess this is an optional boss fight. You could miss it, you could not do it. Obviously that's going to put you at a pretty huge disadvantage given that you don't get the Transposing Kiln, which means you would not be able to... Here he comes. Which means that you would not be able to turn boss souls into weapons. So that's a pretty hefty, pretty significant thing. So the way this boss fight works is you can see how there's sacks by his feet and in the middle of his body there at the front. Oh boy, he's gonna stomp. He will actually kill his own guys. Roll Ashy like so. You want to hit these sacks on his hands and his body. And that is what's actually going to cause him to die. Hit by these, really. The hardest one's probably right there in his crotch. We're gonna wait for him to stomp here, and then run in. Oh. Make a corner dime here. Around the side. Faster slashing. Can't decide whether to put the shield up or not, because it will allow me to slash faster. This guy's stuck, it looks like. And then we'll just continue to spawn these guys. Killed some of these guys for me. Just that though. Not doing this very well. Some fights are better if you don't lock on, actually. It makes it a little easier on you. So if we unlock our aim. Shot him, whoa, watch out for that. Try and get out of his foot here if I can. Thank you. Hit that up there. Squash. They're really doing so well here. There. So we bursted one. That took a good chunk of health off of them. That. Get closer here. And now we're going to try and get those ones by his stomach. Oh, look out. Come up here. Back in here. There we go. Now, I'm not sure if this triggers the fall through the floor, but we will fall down into another arena. I think it's here. Yep. Distance, not get squished by him if we can. Oh, I missed all those attacks. Keep behind him here. There's a little squishy ball thing. I think it's these ones on his back are the final ones. No, his stomach, sorry. now he's got the arm out there that's going to throw hits at me. He's going to get damage. Gonna heal up again here. Gonna try and sneak around there. Avoiding the arm. That grab right there, as you can see, can do some serious damage. Down. And we've got the Transposing Kiln and his soul. And we are embered, and we get souls for killing him now. 7,700, not bad. We do have the... what's it called? We do have the Covetous Ring on, so getting bonus souls. I'm not sure if it's 5% or what it is, but yeah, we've got the Soul of the Rotted Greatwood. And the Transposing Kiln, which is a huge item, obviously, as I've said before. That's going to allow us to turn those boss souls into weapons. We're going to go back and talk to Ludlith there at the Firelink Shrine. Give him that. Give him the kiln. And then we'll check the requirements there. I mean, I could have just Googled it, but we'll check the requirements on the spear that we can make out of the Curse Rotted Greatwood soul, because I think that might not be a bad weapon to go for.
You haven't given up yet? Then you're a brasher lad than I thought. You can make better use of this.
Nice. Also worth talking to guys, obviously, for stuff like that.
I don't need it. Not now I've flown the coop.
Don't know if this guy's still up here that gave you the orbs. Oh yeah, he is. See what he says.
Well, hasn't it been some time?
Not really.
I'm Leonard, the Ringfinger. Remember me? I slipped you those red eyes some time ago. You're making quite an effort of it, so I thought you might like to know. If you yearn for a proper red-eye orb, one that is uncracked, then kill the Dark Wraith, survivor of the land swallowed by darkness. He has been a prisoner for many ages in the deepest cell in all Lothric.
So
I can see it in your eyes. If you didn't invade, didn't pillage, whatever would you do?
So that's going to give us access to a lift that's back at the High Wall of Lothric. It's one of the doors that we tried to open that said was locked. So what you'll do is you'll go down and you'll take that lift down to the bottom. You'll fight that guy that he's mentioned, and then you will get an uncracked red eye orb, which will allow unlimited uses. So you can basically endlessly invade people's games at that point. So it's a pretty crucial item if you plan on PvPing in that way. But we're going to give Ludlith the kiln now.
Fret not. My feet are here firmly planted, for I am a lord.
So give the kiln.
Oh, belike it is a transposing kiln in thy possession. Seen better days, but methinks it shall suffice.
It better suffice.
Now, bring to me a twisted soul. Transposition is the art of extracting and coalescing the essence of a soul. In transposing a twisted soul, its true power transferreth to thee. Thy purpose is to seek lords and slay them. What's to fear in a little transposition now?
So begin transposition, and then it will list all of the items that you can make, and it will say required items: Soul of the Rotted Greatwood, Soul of a Demon from the Fire Demon that we slayed, and then Vort that we killed, the Demon, and Vort. So Vort will give you Pontiff's Left Eye, if we choose. So recovers HP with successive attacks. So not a bad ring, especially if you're building like a character around some regen. The Hollow Slayer Greatsword is insanely badass, and probably what I'm going to grab here. I'm just debating whether or not Arster's Spear. So these are both from the Rotted Greatwood. Either one of these. This is, if I recall correctly, this ends up scaling very well with dexterity, and as you can see, it uses dex and strength. I don't have the dex requirement yet. I have used this, Vort's Great Hammer, in a previous playthrough, and it is badass. It's, as you can see, the 110 under additional effects, builds up Frostbite, and once you've built up Frostbite on an enemy, their stamina recovery is slow, as well as they are slow. Really effective, especially against big guys that are utilizing a lot of stamina. This is also pretty powerful, 19 dex requirement. You can puncture through enemy shields and inflict damage with it. But I think I'm going to have to go with the Hollow Slayer Greatsword, to be honest, and we'll just hopefully be able to get to 18 dex, and if not right now, then very soon. These require different upgrade materials, actually, than the regular weapons. These require Twinkling Titanite. So I'm going to actually get Pontiff's Left Eye from Vort. So we're not going to be using his Great Hammer. And I'm going to take the Hollow Slayer Greatsword. Yeah.
Knowest thou of... I'm... Now. Do not be...
Where'd the Firekeeper at? There you go. She just chilling.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Very well, then touch the dark cake, nourish me.
Nice, and we're going to be able to get to 18 dex there. Meeting the requirement of the Hollow Slayer Greatsword. Not sure what the weight is on it here. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So 8.5. So I mean, as a greatsword, it's obviously going to be heavier. It's going to put us over the 70% weight limit. Yeah. It's a badass sword, though. It's going to give us that juicy thrust attack. Two-handed. But since we're fat rolling, we're going to end up actually... let's see. Sure. Put on the northern gloves, which are lighter than the gloves I was wearing. Not sure if we'll be able to wear our... No, all of these will put us... Except for this, will put us just under, so we'll wear that. It's better to have some armor than no armor, obviously. I mean, once I find what I want as far as armor, we're going to be playing Fashion Souls anyway. Nice. Which basically means I'm not going to be too concerned with the armor rating. I'm more just going to go with what looks cool. But we're going to end this video right here and continue on in the next video toward the Road of Sacrifices and the next area and bosses. So yeah, we'll see you soon.